So, just loosen up your life a little bit, laugh a little more, involve yourself with people around you, do things that you think is not so important. Seriousness has come essentially because of your self-importance. You hold yourself as an important person. I want you to see you are like a speck of dust in this existence. Don't do things which are very important. Do simple things. Every human being should be aware of this every moment of his life. It does not matter what the whole world says about you. It does not matter how significant a work you're doing. You must understand that tomorrow morning if you disappear, for sure in India nobody will miss you. If you constantly remind yourself of this, you'll have no reason to be serious. You must promise me this, every time you check time, you must give yourself a smile if you are still alive. If you are dead, you're pardoned. If you come to the idea of mortality once in a way, it'll make you depressed, it will make you fearful. If you live with it every moment, it will make you absolutely exuberant and alive. We don't know what great things you will do or not, but this one thing you must do to yourself, this one thing you deserve, this one thing is 100% in your hands.
Life is short and you must take it seriously. I am sure that you must have heard these words from somebody. Most people around the world are dead serious about the ways they go about things, but do you really need to be that serious? What is Sadhguru's stance on this subject? Let's hear what he says.
What are the best practices for someone who is dead serious?
It once happened. There was a Sufi master in Basra. You know Basra? Basra is that place which is famous for pearls today in Iraq, or it's famous for bombing, whichever way. So, someone came and said, please give me a teaching. He refused, no teaching. Then more and more important people started coming to him and said, please give us a teaching. He said, no teaching. Now, because he refuses to teach, he became very famous. So one day, a great scholar in the area who is well versed in all the scriptures and everything, he came and insisted, you have to teach. You have something that no scholar can have, so you have to teach, you cannot keep it to yourself. So, the Sufi master looked at him and said, I am not giving a teaching to you, not because I am not willing, because you are not willing. The scholar said, what are you saying? I am not willing, I am here, I am asking you. No, the teaching that I give, you will not be willing. He said, what is the teaching? Are you willing? Anything, I am willing. So, the master went inside, brought a dirty-looking piece of cloth and gave it to him and said, wear this as your loincloth. You take off all your robes and nice clothes, wear this as your loincloth. The scholar looked at this dirty piece of cloth, said, what this? Not just that. Then I will give you an empty can with a string, wear it around your neck. And I will give you a few sweets, peppermint. You go on the street to the marketplace. All the young boys will look at you and tease you and throw stones at you. Whoever throws a stone at you, take out a peppermint, grin at them and give them a peppermint. The scholar said, this is ridiculous. What will happen to me in this town if I do such a ridiculous thing? See, I told you you're not willing for the teaching because the question is just this, do you want a teaching that you like or do you want something that transforms you? That's a question. So now you're asking this question, I am dead serious. It's very important you do simple things. Very important things you're doing in your life, you will become dead serious. So the first and foremost thing is you must make yourself non-serious, which is not possible. So the only way you can make yourself non-serious is to be ridiculous, you know? Can you do that? Can you get up and do a jig right now? Do it. You must do it the Indian way, the Indian jig. No, you must do the Indian jig. So, you see you're getting little non-serious now. Not dead at least, still serious, not dead. So, just loosen up your life a little bit, laugh a little more, involve yourself with people around you, do things that you think is not so important. Don't do things which are very important. Do simple things. Seriousness has come essentially because of your self-importance. You hold yourself as an important person. I want you to see you are like a speck of dust in this existence. Tomorrow morning if you disappear, for sure in India nobody will miss you. Even down under, they won't bother much, you know. A handful of people, they will also forget soon enough. Isn't it so? Oof! You know Bertrand Russell, an Englishman. Bertrand Russell said, if you're beginning to think that what you're doing is very important, you need to take a holiday. So holiday does not mean coming to India. Holiday is every day, in those 24 hours you must take a holiday from your seriousness. Nature does woof, you're gone. And nothing will happen in this world, everything will happen wonderfully well even if you're not there. Every human being should be aware of this every moment of his life. It does not matter what the whole world says about you. It does not matter how significant a work you're doing. You must understand that tomorrow morning the world will go on fine without you, whoever you may be. Isn't it so? If you constantly remind yourself of this, you'll have no reason to be serious. Definitely not dead. And don't be dead now, a time will come. It's time to be alive.
In another amazing talk, Sadhguru emphasizes the most important thing in your life right now. What is it exactly? Well, have a look.
What is the most important thing in your life right now? You're alive right now, isn't it? Sadhguru, that's okay, Sadhguru, but I have a bundle of 1,000 rupees, Sadhguru, but I don't know where to go. That's fine, that is also important right now. But what is the most important thing right now? You're alive right now, isn't it so? Because you're alive, your family has become important, your money has become important, your country has become important, so many other things have become important, only because you're alive right now. And this is the most important thing, that you're alive right now is the most important thing in your life right now. You must promise me this, every time you check time, you must give yourself a smile if you are still alive. If you're dead, you're pardoned. But so many people are walking on the street as if they're practicing their posture for their grave. Don't worry, it'll come naturally, please. Death is super efficient, it doesn't need practice. When it happens, boom, 100%. Nobody ever died inefficiently. People live inefficiently, but nobody died inefficiently. So will you promise me this, every time you check the watch, you must give yourself a smile, still on, still on. See, you have a little plant in your house, or let's say a mango tree in your house, which is like this, which is just imitating you. Can you make it come out with lot of sweetness? No, it's alive in a big way. Now you can expect sweetness from that. Nobody has to teach the mango tree which is alive, please give sweetness. Anyway, it will pour out, isn't it? Miserable people have to be taught, please be loving, please be nice to people, gentle to people, do this, do that. All these things necessary because in some way you become half alive. If you're exuberantly alive, it is natural for human consciousness to bleed sweetness every moment of your life. If you come to the idea of mortality once in a way, it'll make you depressed, it will make you fearful. If you live with it every moment, it will make you absolutely exuberant and alive because it is just this one thing, that this is not forever, this is just for a brief period of time. And the more joyful you are, briefer it becomes. If you're ecstatic, it'll just vanish in no time. Yes? So if you want to stretch it, you need to make yourself truly miserable. Otherwise, it'll be just gone in no time. Our ability to fix the world around us, subject to various realities. Some things work, some things don't work. Because this involves too many forces, sometimes it falls into place, sometimes it doesn't. But in our lives, will we do everything that we can do or not is determined by this, that only if you're joyful by your own nature, that is, you have no fear of suffering, only when you have no fear of suffering, will you dare to walk your life full stride. Everything that you can do, you will do. In our lives, if we do not do what we cannot do, this is not an issue. But if we do not do what we can do, we are a disastrous life. It's my wish and my blessing that you should not become such a disaster. Everything that you can do must happen in this life. If that has to happen, the fundamental ambience that is needed is that you are a joyful human being by your own nature.
So this is all about the degree and nature of seriousness in your life. Being alive is the most important thing in this life. Sadhguru says that if you are dead serious, you will not live a joyful life. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe. For more videos, click the videos shown right above. See you there.